Just wanna escape.
Hey everybody, I'm super excited to welcome you to the first interview on my new blog. So of course I had to bring out my amazing friends. They are crazy hustlers, amazing artists. They are releasing things all over the place and I really wanted you guys to get to know them a little bit better. Houston's very own Archie and Sizzle. Thanks for coming out, guys.
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm super excited.
Glad to be here. Excited for you and your vlog.
Yeah, so this is the first of many, hopefully. So y'all have definitely inspired me. I don't do music, but just with dance and seeing y'all's hustle is amazing. And just to keep it going and trying new things and producing your own things and your own content really has made a difference in my artistic journey. So I think a lot of people need to get to know y'all too.
That's what's great.
So I definitely wanted to start off with very beginning. So what influenced you to do even music? What was something that you said, this is in me, I have to start doing it?
Go first. For me, the influences on music in general. So, it's dope because I grew up. I screw up. That's the H sound that comes out. But I grew up listening to music. I grew up jamming. I grew up in a house that was always playing soul or R&B or jazz. Smooth jazz is like my favorite genre of music. And so growing up, influenced by that, before I even actually got into hip hop or anything else, it was jazz, it was soul, it was blues, it was R&B. And so from there, at an even younger, as I got older, but still very young, I started to get influenced by hip hop. And then after I started listening to more and more hip hop, I began to take a lot of musical classes and play with the idea of DJing and getting trained in DJing. And so initially my influences personally for Archie was just being around music and being continuously influenced by music like my entire life since I was probably in my mom's womb. I imagine my parents were the parents that had the headphones on the mom's belly because I came out loving music.
I think for me, it's like, as far as my parents, they're like not musically inclined at all. So I kind of came from a background like where music was like a thing. It was always on the radio, but it was never like a big primary source of our household. But I've always loved music. I've always loved all types of music. And for me, it really wasn't until I was like a teenager where I realized that, hey, music is something that like I really like, I really enjoy, I really could see myself doing, and like opportunities showed themselves for me to start doing music with like friends. And you know, like when you're in high school, you just like on like the lunch table, just like boom, tap, boom, boom,
With
like
the pencil and
you know,
everything,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So it's kind of like for me, like where it all started, like as far as the music. But then as far as actually doing it seriously, it really came down to like, you know, me kind of writing some stuff just for fun, and then it kind of turned out that people were like, oh yeah, maybe you should try this a little bit more, and kind of were encouraging me to continue and keep doing it. And so that inspired me, and then I started doing it, and I was like, if I'm gonna do it, I need to be like serious about it. I need to like mean it. I need to like really do it for a greater purpose. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to just be like anybody else out there doing music, just out there just to make money, just to be famous. You know what I mean? It's more like, for me, it was more like a more purpose-driven type of thing. And so I was kind of like, my whole purpose from the beginning has always been like doing music to help inspire people, motivate people, drive people, like show them my struggle, and they can learn from my failures and my successes. So that's
Music in Houston solo before we started doing music together, because we were like the hip hop scene in Houston is fairly big. There's a good amount of people in the scene, and so we knew each other from doing music, meeting up at shows. We would perform at the same shows together and stuff like that. But then probably it's been, what are we in 2018? It's probably been like almost 10 years, man.
What?
10? 9 or 10 years that we started going to this spot called Taco Milagro, where we would dance salsa.
R.I.P.
And so it's shut down now.
Good time.
But we started going to that spot. One time we met up there, and I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "What's up?" And
I was like, you dance salsa? He's like, yeah. Well, not really, because the time was a bitch out
And
Still.
at the time it was bachata.
Who would have thought start out as bachateros?
Hey man,
Look at where they've gone to. We'll get into that.
no more bachata babies for me. So we started dancing, and then, long story short, it started off with like a group of people where like maybe 5 of us would just carpool from our side of town to Taco Milagro, and we would go and dance, and it got to a point to where, I don't know, with the bigger group, it was like on the weekends. We would dance on like Friday and Saturday, and then whenever people start to dwindle off, like people do because people don't know how to remain, and like in a group, people start to dwindle off. They'd be like, hey, we're about to go on vacation over here, about 20 people at the beginning, then all of a sudden end up with just you, and you're like, I guess I'm going on vacation by myself. So it started off with a bunch of us, and then it ended up being just me and him, like for a while. And literally, I'm not lying, we were going out dancing every freaking night
of the week
for like 5 or 6 months straight.
It's crazy.
It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we would always meet. We had the spot that we would meet up, and we would rock, paper, scissors, flip a coin, or just take turns driving cars. And then we would drive down to the spot, we would dance, and we did that for a long time. And then literally, like, I don't know how long after we were, so Taco Milagro shut down.
Yeah.
And after it shut
We
down,
were forced to find something else
we
to do.
were like, dang it, man, where we gonna dance now? Because the only places we were going was Taco Milagro and Tropicana. I didn't even know about the dance social scene at the time. So we one of our friends that we met the last night of Taco Milagro, she was like, yo, you should come and check out this dope spot where they're having a social. And we were like, we don't know what a social is, but all right, there's gonna be dancing, let's go. So we walk in, and this was actually the first night we ever heard of a Congress, and the first night we ever heard of Kizomba. Because we walk into the room, and it's a bachata room, and we hear this
like
boom,
magic.
Capo, capo, boom, capo.
And you're like,
And I'm like, oh
what
my lord, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
We were like on a day, like a bachata song came on, and then the Kizomba song came on, and we were like everybody was like clearing out because nobody knew what to do.
Right. This
But
is a long time ago.
Long
This
time
is like
ago.
It's like 8 years ago.
Yeah, like
Y'all two in the dance floor, like, what is this?
I was like, what is this?
we're like trying to figure out what to do, like looking at other couples like dancing. Looking back at it, they weren't doing the right thing either. But still, we were just like
It's
trying
true.
to figure it out.
Yeah, and so from there we were introduced to it. That night they announced this big Congress in San Antonio. We went to the Congress in San Antonio. We actually took some workshops, and then fast forward after dancing Kizomba for like 3 years, we were like, yo, we should put out a song, because we were still both doing music individually, but we were like, yo, we should put out a song just to see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Maybe it'll be dope, maybe it won't be dope. And so we put out our very first Kizomba song, Worth It All, and it just like blew up. It blew up. I remember we got messages from Spain, we got messages from Europe, we got messages from Brazil. Everybody sending us demos, DJ spinning the song, and we was just like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. And we weren't expecting it to do that.
You're like, this is a little side project.
We was like,
What's
right.
going on?
And we still, even after that happened, we were still like, let's just do another song. Let's
Yeah,
see what
yeah.
happens.
10 songs later.
Let's just do another one.
I mean, we already got the song.
Let's just do an album. Let's see what
And it's heavily Kizomba, Zouk especially. So we left bachata, we discovered Kizomba, and now Zouk is in the picture, and that's like the love of all loves at this point.
When did salsa happen?
It's kind of like,
I'm trying to like, when did salsa fit in there?
it's kind of like,
Because it started with
Kizomba?
bachata.
and then Zouk was in the picture to where it's like, now they're both in the picture, and they're like this.
Best friends.
They're like, but I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know. I love, whenever I found Zouk, I fell in love with Zouk, yeah. But I still definitely have my love for Kizomba and ghetto Zouk music as well. And Kizomba and urban kids to dance, you know.
I think around the time he fell in love with Zouk, I also really, really enjoyed Zouk, but I also fell in love with Afro House.
That's true.
And so I was like really feeling Afro House. Like my Spotify is so full of like just Afro House and Afro beat. Like it's crazy.
And that's what y'all all did for this album. Is that whatever you were feeling right there? Is that how you base your album and your music off of?
Pretty
Or okay. So then how is it that you reached out to producers? Did they come to you? do you have certain producers that, oh, he's dope at producing Zouk beats, and you reached out to them? Like, how did that whole process start for this new album?
Go ahead for that one.
It's dope because, like, so we have one producer that we've been working with for a long time. Actually, I was working with him for a long time before we started doing music together. It's K-Drama, same dude that produced Wish, same dude that produced Monster.
Party.
And on the album, he produced Party, he produced Crazy, he produced Struggle, and he produced Stress Less. And so, but like I was doing, he's a hip hop producer as well as R&B and trap and stuff like that. So when we first got into it, when we were making the Airplane Mode CD, I messaged him and I was like, hey bro, I'm doing this new music. Here's a couple references. Could you try to make up something that you think would be dope? High energy and chill. And he sends Monster and I'm like, oh, people are gonna either love this or hate it. This is like, people are gonna love it or hate it.
Yep.
And it came out and people like loved it. And then he made that Wish, and Wish came out, and everybody loved Wish.
Oh, Wish was
This is so
something
crazy
else,
because
yeah.
he's always been, his roots are just hip hop.
Right.
About hip hop. And we sent us references.
And he killed it.
Just kills these freaking Kizomba tracks.
He
We're
kills
like,
it.
man.
So we did that. So him, like, he's one of those guys where, like, we hit up, and we've been working with for a long time. Another producer that produced the majority of the album is Flip Beats. And they have been doing African sounds and Kizomba, Ghetto Zouk for a long time. They produced for a lot of really big name Ghetto Zouk and Kizomba
That's
artists.
something else that when we were going into
The album
of Escape,
is
we
true.
were thinking about, because the first Airplane Mode was predominantly produced by K-Drama, who had never really had any experience in that area,
Right.
and neither had we at the time. We're going into Escape. We wanted like more of an authentic sound, something that was more like we wanted to work with some producers who had more experience in working with Kizomba, something like that, so it could sound a little bit more authentic. And so we found Flip, and not only him, but a couple other people.
Eric Gomez.
Yeah, and so we were getting that from them. Like we were like, man, this sounds like we didn't want it to sound like everything you hear already on dance floor or
Which is why we
radio.
wanted to add our juice to it, you know?
Exactly, but we still wanted something that sounded like some people can mistake some of our songs if we were like from somewhere else. You know?
And that's where you get Naminia Cabeza and Red Dress from, because Flip Beats produced Naminia Cabeza and Red Dress. And when those two songs came out, Paris like hit us up. Paris, Portugal, like, and those are like two of the biggest places for the music right now. And they hit us up, boom, and it went crazy over there. People like people that produced like compilation CDs started hitting us up to put Red Dress and Naminia Cabeza on compilation CDs for like Kizomba music over in
And that was
Europe.
kind of the point with going that route, was to also trying to like show people over there that, hey, like, I know we're in the States, we're in the US, but like we like are like here, like in the entire scene, not just the US scene.
Exactly.
So I think doing that helped open up some opportunities, open up some doors overseas.
Right. So then you add on to the fact that not only did he produce like the Red Dress and then Naminia Cabeza, but also a lot of the other ones, like for example, Let Me Breathe is not a traditionally Ghetto Zouk sounding song, but we added Archie Sizzle juice onto it on top of
A&S juice.
the A&S juice, on top of having that Ghetto Zouk urban kissable sound that urban kissable. Like, wait a second, that's urban kissable. And so like that type of a feel to where on the album you get that, like, I can definitely dance urban kids to this song, but it's definitely not the typical sound that I would hear from a Ghetto Zouk song. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of things you're shoving into the end of this year. Where can people find your information? What cities are you guys going to? What festivals? All the things.
Yo City.
Yeah,
City.
if you want to come contact them. Let them know. Bring them out.
Mm-hmm.
Heard it here first. You know them. You got a little inside view. Let's get them out there.
But KizombaWorth.com, the
Yes,
website.
sir. Facebook,
The website.
IG. Get them on Snapchat.
I stopped using Snapchat now.
You still using Snapchat?
I mean, I still use it, but
That's-
Alright, don't hit him on Snapchat. Don't hit either of us on Snapchat.
Our Instagram, you can hit the
You can definitely
Instagram.
find us on IG.
YouTube.
YouTube.
I think as far as social media, the easiest one to find me on is
The quickest, I mean, you can find us both on Instagram, but the quickest way to get to all of our sites, so that way you can go to one spot and then go from there, is our website.
Yeah.
Kizombaworth.com. And you can find everything else from there. Also, you can get one of these beautiful tees, which is Archie Sizzle merch. So, pasta.
They have all the things. And your album, where? Spotify?
Everywhere online. Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play,
Android.
Amazon, everywhere.
So y'all gotta go listen to this album. It's absolutely amazing. You have tons to listen to, different styles. You're gonna be turning up, then crying, and then turning up again, and maybe a little depressed. But it's all the things in there. It's great.
Come
Hear
back,
it
turn
out.
up, cry, come back, turn up, and leave
It's
and cry
yin and
again.
yang. You have to have that balance of happy and sadness, light and shadow, you know? So thank you guys so much for coming out and talking to me. I'm super excited to just hear your comments, and if you have any questions for them, definitely hit them up, hit me up for really exciting things that are coming up to y'all.
Making history, first episode.
Make sure you subscribe to this channel, because she about to have some crazy dope stuff coming.
We got a lot coming up. Everybody, the
I'm
Hustle
saying?
Gang is alive.
Oh yeah.
I've taken enough from you.
You ain't gotta take no more.
Make it enough. Make it enough. Make it enough. Make it enough to lose. Make it enough to lose. It's hard to escape from you.
It's hard.
Prisoner of love. Prisoner of love.
Spitfire round.
Spit fight round, fight
Yes.
flame.
So, as soon as it comes to mind, you're going to answer a question as quickly as possible, just random things. So, we're going through favorites. So, favorite XYZ. Ready? So, we're going to go back and forth, starting with Sizzle. Ready, set, favorite food,
Mac and cheese.
Thai food.
favorite singer,
Logic.
Sade.
favorite song off of your album.
Escape.
Escape.
Okay, favorite male dance crush.
Dang.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're running
I got
out of
mine.
time.
Come on.
Go this. Go.
JoJo.
Albir.
Okay, female dance crush.
Carolina.
Oh crap.
Okay, now you.
Ding, ding, ding.
My favorite female dance crush. Dadgummit. I don't know. Sophie Fox.
Okay,
That's
random
good.
talent.
Wait, what?
Random talent.
Ooh. Random talent.
I like being second.
You get to think about it.
Okay, Archie.
Random talent.
Ooh.
I can pick up stuff with my toes.
So monkey toes.
Like fingers.
Sizzle.
I still don't freaking know.
Like, I'm talented at
Dang, are you
everything.
that talentless, bro? Come on.
No, I got.
Oh,
I
you're
got.
talented at
I
everything.
mean, you said like secret, and I'm like,
No, she said random.
oh,
Random.
random.
You can.
I can.
He's totally breaking his 2-second rule.
Okay, next
Track. I ran track.
one.
Long distance.
Okay.
It's a talent, I guess.
Okay.
That is running powerful.
District champion.
Okay, favorite saying.
Saying. 3 choices, give up, give in, give it all you got.
What was that?
3 choices, give up, give in, give it all you got.
Oh, damn.
I was just gonna say that's dope.
I
My favorite saying is that's dope. Say it on
Oh,
it.
that's it?
That's dope.
That's not, oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were saying that's dope.
Oh, that is
Okay.
I thought you
dope,
said
too.
that's dope too.
But I say that's dope all the time. I got 2 seconds. I can't think of a freaking quote.
That's like my go-to.
You said favorite thing to say, not favorite quote.
Or
You
just-
said
that's-
saying. Like
Saying,
a
you're
quote
saying.
saying.
But that's dope
Oh,
as a saying.
that's
Dope
dope,
is
as
a saying,
Yeah, you
yeah.
dope. I'm dope. That's dope.
We all dope.
Spitfire round with Archie and Sizzle.
Oh, was that it?
That was it?